This is going to be my video for week 21 of AmeriCorps NCCC. Starting off from last week, last Wednesday, we had just gotten back from our round 2 project in Eugene, Oregon. We got back here into Sacramento and we got settled back into our rooms Tuesday evening, and then Wednesday started out pretty early. At 8:30 we had to muster for our debrief, and then we had our debrief at 8:45. So for our debrief, we just had to basically go over like a summary of the project and what all we did, and just review and tell them how the project went and stuff. Then we had to clean our van right after that because it was pretty much a mess. And then we had to go and get our green bags, which are duffel bags that we keep everything in the connexes here. Then after that, we went to community meeting, and then we had PT baselines that afternoon, which is basically just a 1.5 mile run, 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and then a sit and reach, which wasn't too bad, but it was just like we had just gotten back, and it's like the first day we had baseline, so I mean that wasn't too enjoyable. The following day was Thursday. I don't even know what we did. That morning was actually our gold unit celebration. We have like a celebration every time we return from a project round, and our project celebration this time was we had like a little like dessert party, and everybody brought a different kind of dessert that represented their round. We made like a gross yogurt thing because that's what the team wanted to do, and I wasn't about it, but whatever. But it was funny because we had at 8 o'clock in the morning, and everybody brought sweet stuff, and like the only thing that was breakfasty was the donuts that one of the teams brought, and then everything else was like cake and like ridiculous, like I guess yogurt was breakfast too, but still, like it was all sugary stuff. I mean, it was better than last time. Last time we had to do skits for our celebration, so that was an improvement. After that, we had van inspections that afternoon, and then we had a media rep and recruiter meeting that afternoon, which basically is just we meet with all the other media reps and recruiters, and we do a summary of what all we did that round, and basically just kind of talk amongst each other and say what went well, what didn't. It was just boring 3 hours. Like, let's be honest, it was 3 hours that didn't need to happen. After that, we basically had our dinner. I don't even remember. I think GIF on my team cooked. I don't know. It was all right. I don't even know what he cooked. But we had dinner and stuff, and then it was Friday, and we had LA Day that day, which was pretty exciting. We had to like pick. They basically gave us like a thing that was a passport. And you had to pick like 2 morning sessions and 2 afternoon sessions, and then they had like an LA like a little job fair type thing where you walk around. But everything they had there was like related to AmeriCorps already. And so like we're in AmeriCorps, we know about it, we kind of understand some of the other offerings that are similar. It's like ridiculous to even have that convention fair. And then for like our picks for like what we did for like the seminar sessions or whatever, we had to give one away that they automatically gave to us, which it was like green unit had a one session, and then every unit had one session through the day. And ours was like session 3, and I didn't go to it because I just skipped out the whole afternoon because I had to go and get my HIV testing, I got to know your status. And that was nice. But yeah, the morning I went to like Habitat for Humanity thing seminar, which was really boring. They didn't really give any good information. And then that afternoon I went to another year of AmeriCorps thing, which I was really interested in learning more about Vista and State National, but they didn't tell you much. And I mean, you could ask questions, but it's just like, the thing is, I guess they didn't really sell me on the program. They're supposed to be telling me about it and getting me like all fired up and like, yeah, but it was more like, no, don't want to do that. Don't really want to do anything. And then Friday and Saturday was their weekend, or Saturday, Sunday was our weekend. I just relaxed in my room the whole time. I watched some movies. I watched like The Forest, which was okay. It wasn't that scary. I watched Burnt, which is like the movie about the cook with Bradley Cooper. It was okay. All I did was yell the whole movie. What else did I watch? I watched The Normal Heart, which is like a really good movie about like the gay movement and like HIV and stuff. It was good. We'll go watch it. It's pretty sad. And then I watched Magic Mike XXL. That was okay. I think I watched some other stuff too. That's all I did was watch movies for 2 days besides doing the portfolio, which was boring as hell. Anywho, Monday, that morning we had like a funds project thing that my TL set up. We basically had to go and search for receipts and call places and ask if they could give us a copy of the receipt because all of his receipts got stolen when the van got broken into. But nobody was about it. I didn't want to do it, and they didn't want to do it, so it didn't go over too well. And then they had an LA meeting that afternoon, and then we were gonna go out to dinner, but they decided to go out to lunch for today instead. So then today, which is Tuesday, we had an accident refresher in the morning, which was just really another dumb thing. They basically just kind of told us during an accident, show them these papers. She already told us anyway, so it was dumb. And then we had an end of the year travel session, and then we had to like store our green bags. They had like an early inspection thing, which is really dumb because usually they inspect before you leave, like in the mornings of the day we leave. But this time they had to like do it the day before too. So basically, everyone your room had to be completely spotless, fucking 24 hours before we leave. And it's like, for what? They still have to live in here. And they also pissed me off because they were over here trying to say during the community meeting that we had that earlier today. They were all like, AmeriCorps is a lot better at cleaning the rooms than you are. And then they come and inspect my room. I have the room to myself this transition, and under one of the beds is like gross shit, like hairs and like lint and whatever. And it wasn't the bed I was sleeping on. And I hadn't even went to that side of the room really. So obviously, AmeriCorps did not clean any better than NCCC does, if not worse. They were probably worse. Which really irritates me because they're going to over here bragging in the community meeting, AmeriCorps cleans better than you. And then they didn't. Like, no. But anywho, yeah, transition was terrible. I'm really excited to go back to Palo Alto, or go back on Spike and go to Palo Alto next round. So we'll see how that goes. We're leaving pretty early tomorrow morning. We're leaving at 9:30, which I think isn't bad. But we have to be out of rooms at 7, so I have 2.5 hours to like sit around outside, which is not exciting. And yeah, and I'll get a leave for 2 months before I come back and have to do another transition, which sucks. But anywho, that was week 21 of AmeriCorps NCCC.